Welcome back to the Kern Electric High School Football State Championship Preview Show presented by Cannon and Dunphy. Getting close to kickoff for the Wisconsin State High School Football Championships. Let's turn our attention over to Division 5 as Stratford takes on Wrightstown. Let's start with the Tigers from Stratford. They won the title in the large division of the Central Wisconsin Conference. Two-time defending Division 6 champion, Stratford moves up a division to return to the championship game for the 12th time in pursuit of the WIAA leading 10th state title. The Tigers are the only program in state history to win 6 straight titles, all coming in Division 6 from 2003 to 2008. And we are now joined by Gene Delisio from WDLB Radio. Hey, Gene, thank you so much for a few minutes of your time. How you been?
Fine, thank you, Mike. Glad to be here with you.
Hey, let's start with Stratford. You know, when you talk about some of the best high school football programs in the state of Wisconsin, Stratford's got to be in that conversation, correct?
I would think so. They've won, 9 state championships over the years, including the 6 in a row in the early 2000s. They built a very strong program, now 2 in a row here in Division 6, now Division 5 this year, looking for a 3rd straight championship. So you would think they'd be honored by a lot of people for their fine program.
Hey, Gene, do you think when they got moved up to Division 5 that people thought, okay, this is going to be a little bit more difficult of a putt for them? Obviously, their program and coaching staff and school didn't think that. But do you think from the outside, I know there's some schools in Division 6 that were happy to see them get moved up to 5. But do you think that as a program, they just didn't even take a breath. They said, okay, we're in Division 5. Let's go ahead and do what we do at Stratford, and that's get to state championship games.
Well, I think, Mike, they were a bit more concerned internally than they let on. I don't think they were real happy about going Division 5 because of their past successes, but they kind of approached it like, all right, well, this is the hand we're dealt. So let's go out here and play the best football we can. They did think that Division 5 would be tougher. Some bigger schools, they've certainly shown that. And certainly last week against Prairie du Chien, that was quite in evidence. But they've really kind of taken a challenge and played quite well in Division 5 football. They weren't happy about it, but they wouldn't come out and say that publicly. But I don't think it was really something they were looking forward to.
Hey, Gene, we've both been around high school athletics for a long time. There's something that happens to a program when they have that much success. You know, kids that are in the youth program are going to bed with those football jerseys on, dreaming about playing for the varsity at these kind of football games. And I think as you start to have the kind of success Stratford had, it becomes apparent through the youth programs and the freshman and sophomore class how much work you have to put in to play Stratford football.
Well, that's true. There's a great number of kids involved in the program on all levels. They take it very seriously. It's just something that you build up to be a Stratford football player, much like in Edgar, which is right down the road from Stratford. They have the same situation. It's something the kids dream of. And, you know, there are other programs like cross country are still quite good. They went to state and cross country this year. So they do quite well in other programs. It's just not all football. But certainly it's a mindset in Stratford that you want to play football for this program. You want to do well. You want to continue that success that your older brothers, your fathers, your grandfathers had when they played football here back in the 80s, 90s, and beyond.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, let's just talk a minute or two on Wrightstown. They defeated Northwestern 47-16 to get to the state championship game. And Wrightstown it might not be the kind of program Stratford is, but they have certainly had a lot of success over the years as well.
Well, certainly they have a very strong program and ranked in the top 2 or 3 in the state in Division 5 much of the year. So this certainly is not a program Stratford takes lightly. Wrightstown throws the ball quite well. Their quarterback has passed for almost 1,500 yards. They have a 1,000-yard runner as well. They stop people defensively. So once again, a strong ball club Stratford's facing on Thursday. The Tigers, I think, know that. They're well versed in what Wrightstown can do, and looking forward to this matchup on Thursday afternoon.
Hey, Gene, before we cut you loose, I got to ask you, when Stratford, has a Friday night home game against a rival, either in their conference or a team like Edgar, if they play, I've got to believe the atmosphere at Stratford for a rivalry game, a Friday night high school football game, has got to be something else.
Well, Stratford Edgar is really unmatched. They were rivals in the Marywood Conference for so many years, and one of them won the conference championship going back well into the 1980s or 90s. Sometimes they tied for the conference championship. They won numerous state championships. So when they play each other, the place is packed. Now they don't play in the same conference, unfortunately, but they do play non-conference week 2 every year. And no matter where that ball game is, Edgar or Stratford, always a very big crowd. It's a game that everybody looks forward to in both communities, and quite a highlight of the year.
And the youth programs play against each other. Is that correct?
Yes, they do. Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
that's
And they draw big crowds as well.
oh, it just builds up, right? You play in 5th grade, you get to 8th
Yeah,
grade when you play Stratford, and then
that's certainly
you
true.
look forward to playing them at the varsity level for sure. Hey, Gene, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time quite a bit. Wrightstown against Stratford, going to be a really good matchup today, and I appreciate you breaking down that game for us.
Well, Mike, happy to do it. Thank you.
You got it. On the other side of the break, we'll discuss the Division IV matchup between Baldwin Woodville and St. Catharines. This is the Current Electric High School Football State Championship Preview Show presented by Cannon and Duffy only on My 24.